Every generation seems to confront at least one major moral question, specifically with regard, well, that's what morality is, about good and evil. There was communism, there was Nazism, fascism, there was slavery. There does seem to be one, though there were generations, I presume, where some overarching evil may not have been apparent, but certainly not in the last 100 years, and presumably frequently before that. Well, we have the evils that I talk about every day, or nearly every day here. The domestic evils, the suppression of free speech being perhaps on top, and the collapse of virtually every institution, including medical institutions. But I want to bring to your attention a test, a moral test of our times, and that's Israel. The world being what it is, composed of sheep, as we saw during COVID, there is this sheep-like response of Israel has to stop fighting. As Douglas Murray put it so well, Israel is the only country that is not allowed to win a war. People who are on the moral level of Nazis, indistinguishably, and I've never said that in my life, my long life, Nazis were uniquely evil, but the Hamas types, the ISIS types, the Hezbollah types, these people are monsters. They are monsters. They thrive on cruelty. And for the world to tell Israel, stop fighting, and then what? So then Hamas wins. So what Israel has to do then is sit back and wait for the next group of Jews in Israel to be burned alive, have whole families massacred, and women sexually tortured and raped and murdered. That's what they have to do. Sorry, Israel, just wait for the next one. That's the message. This is the world in which we live. Just like the world were sheep, Australia, New Zealand, and was it Britain as well now? That is and Canada. Oh yes, Canada. I mean, when you think about it, it's part of the reason that I was so upset at their responses to COVID. In Canada in particular, the Castro-loving, far-left nothing, who was the Prime Minister of Canada, would tell truckers you had to get a vaccine or you would have no income. And then when they refused, he had banks shut their ability to get their own money out of their banks. Never happened in Canadian history. I'm not sure that it has happened in any English-speaking country's history. The moral collapse is now manifesting itself with regard to Israel. Yeah, there are consequences to the moral collapse. People on the left who are pro-Israel should have recognized this. You can't collapse morally, only in a few areas. For the full episode of the Dennis Prager Show, go to pragertopia.com, sign up, and become a full member.